I
A
did
friend
hear,
told me.
though, that they're going to...
Hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, a friend told me that it's a good show, but it doesn't feel like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I
Feels
only
like
watched
something
the
else.
first episode so far, and it didn't, yeah, it didn't give the same vibe as Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, because they had like again, like I said, they had to change a few things around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they kept everything shot for shot, it probably would work. It would probably do amazing. Because that's why they didn't do everything shot for shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rurouni Kenshin live action is really good. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was
I
gonna
heard.
say, look at Ghost in the Shell. The live action movie and the original movie.
I
Everything
heard
was
that
almost shot for shot.
they're starting a live action of Sword Art Online, and I'm really scared because I really liked Sword Art Online.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good.
I haven't watched it.
Now I'm scared. Oh, did you hear about that new thing that's coming out? Of that half dive system that's coming out or something?
No.
Oh, I
No.
haven't.
Yeah, it's like a half dive VR headset.
Mm.
And that's what it's literally labeled as, a half dive VR.
I gotta admit, some of those are getting better. I played the other day with my daughter's Oculus, and damn, those are a lot better than the 3D games I remember at the arcade. Wow, just saying the word arcade, I felt older.
Oh, I remember going to the arcade every time after school, every
Yeah.
day after school. It was nice. Oh, good times. You knew like everybody that played there.
Arcade and Blockbuster, man.
Oh yeah. Both.
Yeah.
I had a friend that was really good in Street Fighter and King of Fighters. So every time there was someone new that was beating everyone, he used to go and beat the guy.
Called in the
So cool.
breeder.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I got my streaming service going. Now it's telling me, like always, that it's having problems. I don't know why. It says my CPU usage is at 100%. But all I have going is my streaming service and Roll20. Like, I literally turned everything else off.
Yeah, I see you on YouTube right now. It just popped up from on YouTube. It should be
Okay.
good.
Alright, yeah. I'm trying to look at why my CPU usage is so high, but it's giving me crap. Oh, goodness.
You only have your three programs up?
No, the only thing I have running is my streaming software and um, Discord and Roll20, and that's it. And my computer should be able to handle that much, I would think, but apparently not.
I know I kept getting those messages, and then I realized that in the background, my MacAV was running, and it was fouling up everything.
Yeah, I just turned off my my Avast antivirus, and it's still, I don't know, it's better, but it's not what I would like it to be. But anyway, whatever. Um, so, like I was saying before, the last time we had a really interesting session. You guys came up with a plan to assault this Red Brand hideout, basically by giving them 2 barrels of whiskey and then waiting a while and then going in. Which kind of worked in your guys' favor, but you're assuming Glassstaff kind of caught on to what was going on and sent reinforcements out through the entranceway, but you guys ambushed them on their way out and destroyed those guys, and then found the secret door and continued your way in, meeting the magical crackhead, right? We were calling him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the Nothic, your characters don't know what he's called, but I will tell you guys, he's a Nothic. And here, I will make sure you guys see it. Eye monster.
Yeah, I think we had the handout too.
Oh yeah.
It showed being on it too.
Yeah. Yeah, I released that handout to you guys. So, he ended up, you guys made a bargain with him that he would help you guys get rid of Glassstaff if he could have Glassstaff's Glassstaff when all was said and done. And once you guys agreed, he very eagerly led you guys through a series of secret doors into Glassstaff's personal bedroom. Having caught him by surprise, having a meeting with a cultist who you guys have kind of seen these guys before. They are the Black Spider's underlings. And you guys proceeded to beat the living shit out of Glassstaff and his compatriots. During that, they opened a door to 4 guys being drunk off their ass off the barrels of whiskey that you guys had given them. And you know, in the ensuing fighting, Glassstaff died actually to the Nothic. Ended up getting the final hit on Glassstaff. And the Red Brand ruffians were trying to run away from you guys, but Glick currently has one of the bridges covered, and Grimjaw just buried the hatchet in this cultist that was running away. So we start back off mid-combat with it being the ruffian's turn. So
That was an epic last turn.
Yeah, yes, it was. So there are 2 Red Brand ruffians in front of Glick here. And it looks like that's it, that are still alive and aware of what's going on here. So, oh, yeah. These guys would know about that. Okay, so what they are doing is running down to this secret entrance that you guys had been warned about from your friend Oh man, I can't think of his name now. The boy that stole the copper and has now been kind of helping you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
I have
I
so
forgot
much.
his name too.
Yeah.
Is it Korath?
Yes, there you
Yeah,
Cornate?
go.
yeah.
Cornate.
Yep.
Cornate. Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking Kristoff, and I'm like, no, that's the guy from
Christoph.
Frozen. Yeah.
Well,
All right, so Glick, you see these guys. There's this narrow tunnel.
Oh, Nick. Sorry, Nick just messaged me. He said he'll be there when he can. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem.
hmm
So Glick, you see these guys go into this narrow passageway to the south of you. And they both just dash and run and GTFO. So, like I said,
Okay.
Cornace had told you guys about this. He said one of his friends saw it. And you guys did, when you approached the house, you found where the exit for this is. And it's actually, so the manor that you guys are at is up on this big hill. But this passageway goes down through the hill and comes out underneath this cliffside, kind of in a more forested area that is east, south and east of where the manor is.
hmm Okay.
All right, so that will be their turn. Azriel, you are still in this room, having just slain a
Yeah.
bugbear on your last turn. But pretty much you have no idea what's been going on outside. Now, you've heard a bunch of screaming. You heard a guy singing at one point. Um,
Who was the guy singing?
there was 4 drunken guys singing.
Yeah. How dry I am,
Yeah.
apparently.
um, so yeah, you know that there's a door to your left, to the west, and you are in Glassstaff's bedroom. But yeah, what would you like to do?
Let me see, huh? I guess I'll move over to the Gnostic. Try to join the fight with everyone else out there.
Okay. Okay, yeah, easy enough to do. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Yep, that's exactly 30 feet to get you there with
Is it?
the Nothic.
Alright.
So here, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, because I'm still trying to load up. The map is. I just have your stream up right now, and it's now it's trying to load it.
Alright, so now you're in this stairwell with the Nothic. Well, and for some reason, it's like it's limiting your view from your token. So let me see something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why did your token settings get changed? That's weird.
From here, it doesn't look like there's anything for me to do.
Yeah.
I'll just stay.
Well, I mean, you can dash and keep running.
True.
From where you're at, you can see through the doorway to the south. There's a big room with a table and chairs, a whiskey barrel sitting on top of the table, and Javin is next to another door to the south. To the east of you is the stairwell that goes up with a dead Red Brand ruffian at the very top of the steps, and the Nothic kind of in your way. But you can, just run through him. Yeah, so like I said, Javin's in front of an unopened door to the south. But you could dash and then move another 30 feet, whichever direction you want to go.
No, I'll just stay here and I'll use a health potion.
Okay. Okay, that's probably a good call.
So the 2d4, right?
2d4 plus 2. Oh, it's /R space 2d4.
I knew I forget. I knew if I got something.
Or if you go over the dice icon on the bar on your left, it'll come up with a bunch of options for dice too. Okay, so 5 plus 2 is 7. Yep.
That puts me at 20.
All
Okay,
right,
that'll be it for me then.
Glick. You see
Yes.
these two guys escape to the south.
I'm going after them.
Okay. All right. So I don't have a map for this narrow, corridor. But are you going to bonus action dash, right? Use your cunning action.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you easily catch up to them. So go ahead and roll me an attack roll, but you're not gonna get sneak attack. Oh, and then it's up to you. Do you want to fire your short bow or crossbow, whatever range, or are you going at him with your short sword?
I'm going to have my short sword.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. All right. So, yeah, you go an old school rogue. You backstab a guy. he is dead. He is no more.
I bet that added wings to the guy in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
So, yeah, you easily catch up. Stab the poor soul in his butt, essentially, because you're short and he's not.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes down, with a gurgle of blood. Maybe you stabbed him in, like, the waist, right? So it went through his intestine.
Yeah.
And he goes down. His buddy trying to run in front of you, but they can't escape from you, right? You're a rogue. You're fast as shit. So, all Alright, that will be your turn. So guys, these are the last combatants, right? Um, so I don't think anybody else is going to be able to get there. So Glick, give me another attack roll. We're just going to drop combat. Give me another attack roll, and if you hit, you'll keep up with the guy. But if you miss, he has a chance of, getting away maybe. So just go ahead and
Okay.
give me another attack roll, and let's see what happens. Okay, 13. Does that hit their armor class? Dang it, I dropped him to a different level. Now I can't just go on him to look at his armor class. I want to say 13 was their armor class. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So you hit him, but a 6 does not kill him. But I think he realizes that he can't get away, right? You're too fast. You just stabbed him again. He's hurt really bad. So he kind of stops and like throws himself on the floor. Goes, okay, just leave me alone, please. Whatever you want, just stop stabbing me. So I guess how do you react? Do you finish him off like he's about dead and he's being pretty pathetic, or do you show mercy?
No, I'm gonna bring him back to the guys. Maybe he has something to tell us. Who knows?
Okay. Okay. All right. So everybody else just gathers in this big crevasse room, right, where you guys first met the magical crackhead. So I'm just gonna bring you guys all in here. The Nothic comes with you guys, and he is holding staff, like clutching it to his breast like a child.
My precious.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, we were going to give him that unknown potion too, weren't we?
Yeah, that was
yeah.
part of the deal.
Yeah.
I actually think you guys already gave it to him, right? That
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah, I think we did.
that was like his upfront
I
payment.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I still had it in my inventory.
Perfect.
Okay.
We could have a hit.
All right, so Glick, I'm gonna pull you up here, and then I'll add one of these red band ruffians back to this layer. And you got him at sword point. Okay. So yeah, there's kind of this moment of calm as you guys all meet up together. The silence broken only by this kind of whimpering from this last drunken ruffian. And with that, once you guys get a long rest, you guys will be 3rd level. Now, did everybody pick what subclass they were going into?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Okay. So, all right, we'll do that here in a minute. Once you guys, the thing is, you guys still have not fully explored, right? This kind of basement catacombs of this manor.
Yeah.
And so this ruffian is just, and like I said, this is one of the drunk guys. Okay. and he only has 2 hit points, so he's not doing well. He's bleeding, from multiple wounds, and he's kind of whimpering, and then he looks up and sees the Nothic and goes like, "Oh God, just get that thing away from me!" So what do you guys do with your drunken friend here?
I mean, I'm gonna ask him if he knows Lestaf's real name.
No, he never told anybody. It's just we all know it's an alias, right? It's because he carries that staff that thing has now, and you guys hear the Nothic, like his chuckle kind of echo through your minds for a second, and he's like he came to us, and he said this town could be exploited, right? We just get money from beating people up. It wasn't supposed to be like this, and he kind of like gestures, and there's bodies and blood and and something you guys noticed that you didn't really take into account before, but under the far bridge to the north where that cultist is lying with a hatchet sticking out of his face, there's a dead body under that bridge that looks like it's been chewed on, right?
Yeah.
And you guys know through your interactions with the magical crackhead that he said that they'd been feeding him, right? And that was part of the reason he didn't want to turn on the red brands, because he didn't want to lose his food source.
Yo. It's Dash Door.
So yeah, I mean, this guy is just like, and it's kind of pathetic, right? He's got like snot leaking out of his nose, his tear-stained face, his cloak all ripped and bloody, just kind of like laying on the ground in almost a fetal position, just like, oh God.
Oh, poor guy. Can you tell us the name of the sure body over there, at least? Maybe it's the Iron thing, Kai. Ayorn.
Oh, so you're asking him about the body that's under the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, he says, I don't know any Iarno, but that it's, and you could tell he really doesn't want to say this, right? But he's like, that's the husband of one of the slaves. We've been selling people to slavery. Oh my God! And he's like starts crying, and he's like, he was giving them shit, and they beat him up, and they took it too far, and he died. And then Glassstaff said, well, just feed it to that thing, and then you guys hear the Nothic again. He's just dying laughing in your guys' heads, like it's almost annoying. And he's like, I never thought it would get this bad. I want to turn over a new leaf. You guys, please, just don't. And like I said, this he's almost hysterical at this point, right? Just losing his mind.
I'm going to ask him where we can find the silver comb.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, where you can find the what?
The silver comb. We were sent here also to the same mansion by Sister Grail.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a broke silver comb?
Well, no, it was, comb, is just it's a hairpin, right? So, he kind of, like, looks at you like you're crazy and then starts crying again. But I think you guys remember, she said that would be in the manor itself, right? and this is
Yeah.
the basement for the manor.
Mhm.
I was just
Okay.
worried they looted it, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So he doesn't know anything about a silver comb. Now it might be something if you guys search Glassstaff's room. That might be something you guys would find.
Might be there.
Um,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna assume
Yeah.
you guys loot all the bodies and stuff when you're done, and I'll let you know
Oh
what
yeah.
all you find there.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And the
Oh yeah.
I gotta get my hatchet back out of his head.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Of course.
that's gonna be an interesting sound.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him one last question. Maybe if he knows if there's any hidden room around here somewhere
Or traps.
or traps. Yes.
hmm So he points, to the east and says that there's a secret room or secret door that leads you to the entrance this way, but you guys already know that, right?
Mhm.
And he says, I think Glassstaff had some secret passageway to get out of his room, and you guys already know that because the Gothic took you through it to attack him.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and I think, yeah, that's all this guy knows. Um, you guys, in your kind of exploration, there was a room to the south that you haven't gone in yet. And I think there was some rooms to the east, yeah, that you guys haven't gone in yet as well.
Yeah, wasn't
Mhm.
back in that main room we were in before? Wasn't there like a hallway that we just peeked in and didn't go through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so as well.
Oh,
I
and
mean,
he does say, "Oh, there's a pit trap. If you're in the entrance room and you go to the hallway to the north, there's a pit trap. If you look for it, you'll see it. It's stupid. I told him it was stupid." uh, he's like, "Well,
All
there
right.
is."
Well, then
Go ahead.
I say we break apart and search the place before we get out of here.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
What are you guys gonna do with this
And
guy?
I'm gonna ask if the Nautic is hungry.
All right, so yeah, you kind of hear whispered in your mind, always. And he starts walking towards that guy. So, are you guys going to let him just finish this guy off?
Oh yeah. He help us. I mean, I will. I don't know. Guys.
All right.
I've already left to go get my hatchet, so
All right, yeah, so you guys all kind of start going your separate directions, and you hear this guy like, "No!" And then just this nasty ripping sound as this Nothic just digs into the guy with his claws. So when we did character creation, did we assign you guys alignments? I don't put a lot of stock into alignment, but I'm just curious.
yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
should be in the
yeah.
top right of your character sheet.
Yeah, I don't have no. I don't have one alignment.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's chaotic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chaotic good,
Hang
or
on. I
does it
didn't
just
look
say
that
chaotic?
close. Chaotic good.
Okay. Okay.
That's why I walked away.
Yeah. Now, yeah, you guys could probably justify that this is a bad person, right? That had done terrible things. But he was talking about repenting, but then none of you guys are like paladins, right? So, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And let's face it, I'm a pirate.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like
It's like
pirate
you have
justice to
plenty of
me.
chances.
Yeah, yeah, you fucked up, dude. Here you go. You get fed to a monster. All right. Um, okay, so who's going what directions? I guess then.
I guess I'll go back to Glassstaff's lair because I've got to grab my hatchet. If you guys want to fan out and check other places.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about the room back in that corner.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. All right. Glick, which way are you going then?
I mean, they're going to check over here. So I'm gonna check any other room. There's another room around here.
Yeah, there was a room to the west and south of you guys.
Okay. So I'm going to that room. West.
Okay.
Okay. So
Wait, where did you go, Glick? You just like disappeared off my map.
You ghosted again.
oh,
Yeah, like Grim just disappeared on mine.
Yeah, no, Grim I followed. He went up top, but Glick
I'm on the bridge where I was in the beginning, next to the Nautic.
Oh, okay. You were underneath Jabin. That's funny.
Okay.
Okay, so no, there's to the west would be to your left, right?
Okay. So I'm going there.
Okay. All right, and Azrael, where were you going?
We can go back to that top corner, next to that glass ass room.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, Glick, I'll start with you. No, to the south, man. There's a here one sec.
Okay. Here. Yes.
Yep,
Nice.
right there.
Found it.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Glick, in the room you're in, it is like a barracks or a bedroom. Um, there's 4 beds, and it stinks. Okay, it freaking smells in here. And it's actually a smell. You being a goblin, I think you'd be somewhat familiar with this. It's the smell of bugbear. Okay, so you kind of think back when you guys
Okay.
ambushed the people at the very beginning at the entrance. There was 3 bugbears and a goblin as part of that retinue, right? So you're assuming this is their um,
Quarters.
quarters. So let me look
Mm-hmm.
in my notes here. About the Red Brand hideout and see if there's anything special. So give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Not too shabby.
Nice. Nice.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so rooting around in there, you find a key, an iron key, um, and you find 30 silver pieces worth of coin. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is just you like rooting around through the beds. There's a couple like rudimentary little like foot lockers, kind of, right? And there's a bunch of stupid odds and ends, that people would have, but those are the only things of real value that you find is this iron key and 30 silver pieces worth of coin.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, that's it
so
then.
let's look up at Azrael. So you were going into the laboratory that's next to Glassstaff's room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me.
I've been trying to remove my story this whole time, and it just won't let me.
It's just not happening. All right, here I will move you up there. Okay, so this room. Where is the? Huh, normally there's like a number that. Oh, there it is. Okay. So in this room, there is this faint bubbling and dripping sounds, and you realize that it's a laboratory. Okay, there's a large work table set up with alembics and retorts and distillation coils and other alchemical devices. All of it stewing and bubbling away. There's bookshelves crowded with sheaves of parchment and strange-looking tomes. So, if you want to roll me an investigation check as well, please.
Nice.
Man, you guys are killing these investigation rolls. Okay, so there is all kinds of crap in here, for alchemy, right? And he's obviously trying to brew something. And you find these bottles that they have labels on them, but they're written in a language that you don't recognize. But there's 3 small bottles that they're kind of set aside, and they really catch your eye. So you grab those. So just write 3 bottles of alchemy supplies, and I'll end up telling you they're going to be worth 25 gold pieces, depending on who you can bring them to, right? Only certain people are going to want this stuff. You also find a tome that's written. You recognize the language, but you can't read it. It's written in Dwarvish, but it seems like it's something that he's really been paying attention to. It's actually on the table, open to a page, and based on the way it looks, you think it's a journal.
Just the man to take this.
What was that?
I know just the person to take it to, since it's in Dwarvish.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, write that down as Dwarvish journal. All right, and that's really it that you find in this particular room. All right, and Grim, you're in Glassstaff's actual bedroom, right? Okay. So, if you want to roll me an investigation check as well, please. Man, you guys are all doing pretty good.
Not bad.
Okay, so you find a letter signed with the black spider's symbol on his desk. So the black spider symbol is literally just like a smudge of black ink with 8 legs, right? It's a black spider. This letter, it says, Lord Albrecht, my spies in Neverwinter tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandalin. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can, kill them if you must, but don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me with haste. I'm counting on you, Iarno. Don't disappoint me. So you find that, and then at the foot of his bed, there's an unlocked wooden chest holding the best pickings of the Red Brand's loot over the last 2 months.
Ooh.
And in that, you find a silver comb,
Ah.
Haha.
180 silver pieces, 130 gold pieces,
Wow.
a silk pouch containing 5 carnelians, some kind of stone, right? And those are worth 10 gold pieces each. And then 1 pearl that'll be worth 130 gold pieces. And then you
I
also
checked the right room.
yeah. You also find 2 scrolls. You recognize as being magical scrolls.
Nice.
Yes. So, you guys do remember that Sildar, when he explained to you the guy that he's looking for, Iarno, he was an elf that fits Glassstaff's description, and his name was Iarno Albrecht.
So Glassstaff was Iarno.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
He sure was. What a douche. Once a member of the Lord's Alliance, now just a paltry douche.
Yeah.
Rip the shreds by the crackhead.
Exactly.
Yep.
Live by the crackhead, die by the crackhead.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. If you're going to employ crackheads, you got to realize there's going to be crackhead problems.
I just realized now we're going to need proof of this to go show them.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming you have 2 big, husky, burly men. I think one of them could carry Iarno's body to him if you want it, or you could just chop off his head. You guys have been doing that a lot anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of our thing.
Yep. So, and then while you guys are doing all this, I'm assuming you search the bodies and search,
Oh yeah.
that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
on Iarno's person, he's wearing 2 nice gold rings that are worth 25 gold pieces each. And he had that staff, but you guys gave that to the Nothic.
Yeah.
And then he had like a dagger as well, but it's nothing special. Between all the bodies, you guys come up with another 30 silver pieces worth of, random crap, essentially, right? And, there's a whole host of weapons if you guys want to grab all of that. And then...
I believe I'll put my strength to good use, and yes.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
carry a whole crate of weapons.
Okay. Yeah, you guys aren't far from town, so it shouldn't be too hard. And yeah, you guys could easily empty out a crate that's in here. Like, there's a ton of different supplies and crap, right? They're all over the place. It's like barrels of stolen grain and sacks of potatoes, and it's all stuff that'll keep without having to constantly care for it. You guys find a couple casks of ale in the one room where all the guys were drinking. There's still one barrel of whiskey that didn't get open. You guys brought 2 barrels, and only one of the barrels... That one barrel's, like, gone, though there might be a swallow left in the bottom of it. But the other barrel didn't get opened yet. So, yeah, and then in your guys' exploration, there is part of this place that you have yet to go to. And the whole time you guys are kind of doing this, you guys can hear this, like, chomping, nasty, chewing sound. And after a while, it stops. And you guys hear Javin give out, like, a nervous chuckle. And then he's kind of like, hey, guys, our friend... So, I think you guys kind of meet back up in the central chamber, right? And I'm just going to move all you guys all out there. And the Nothic is just right next to Javin, like real uncomfortably close to him. And you guys can hear kind of this, like, sniffing sound, like the Nothic's, like, smelling him. And Javin doesn't seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Grim, where did you go?
No eating our kitty.
I'm right next to the cat.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you said to go to the cat. I went to the cat.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, and the Nothic's still, like cradling this staff. And you can tell that he's like projecting thoughts into Javin, but you guys can't hear what's going on. And but then he kind of projects to all you guys again, and he's like, you boys are fun. And he's, like I said, he's like still real close to Javin. And he's like, secrets. I know something about all of you now. And he's like cradling the staff, and he kind of looks around at all you guys, and he's like, going to leave me alone now, right? And he like cocks his head and looks at all of you. Because part of the deal was he got to stay here, right? That was...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just kind of making sure that you guys aren't going to turn on him, right?
Yeah.
So does anybody... Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to tell them, protect our stuff. We'll be back to pick up barrels and stuff like that. And if you do, we'll make sure the town people drop you off meat and other things for you to gnaw on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that sounds lovely. And he says, there's... And he points to that tunnel, right? And he says, tell them to leave it at the end of that tunnel. Anybody who comes down here, I might consider an enemy. and he like looks a questioning look at you guys. Like he's kind of saying, "Hey, this shit's mine," right?
Mhm.
So he's pretty much warning you guys that if any town folk go down there, he's not going to guarantee their safety.
We'll pass on your message, magical crackhead.
Yeah, and he kind of laughs and he's like, "Oh, you have no idea." And he kind of looks at all you guys and goes, "Gentlemen," and then he just like runs away. And you guys see he actually goes to Glassstaff's quarters, right? And you can hear him like glass breaking and like he's like rummaging through what's left of the shit in that laboratory and in Glassstaff's room, trying to see if he can find anything else. But you guys rolled great investigation checks. There isn't anything of any value. So, all right. You guys continuing to look now. Are you guys gonna finish exploring this whole place then?
Yeah, we might as well finish before we get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Head back up to that room up there.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Let me move everybody to this room up here, because there's some other shit. So this is the room that the Gnostic took you guys to in order to show you the secret way into Glassstaff's chamber. And so the secret door to your west is still open. But you guys, after having seen the way these secret doors are, you realize that to the east is another secret door. Let me see if I can move it out of the way, because I know I had trouble last time. There we go. Okay, so yeah, to the east is another secret door. The same way as all the other ones were. You know, it's designed to look like part of the wall. But now that you guys have seen them, it's a lot easier to spot. Let's see, room number 6. One of the things I love about this is, you know, this is all an adventure, a pre-made adventure, right? And so it has all these great notes about all this different stuff. Okay, so to the east is a heavy wooden and iron door. And then to the south, through the secret door, is another closed door, but this one's not locked. So do you guys want to go east or south?
Yeah. You said this one was the heavy wooden door, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing. I think I still with the Gnostic.
Oh, here, one sec. How do I make you guys look at a spot? I think it's like that.
Oh, okay. No, sorry.
Nope, you're all right. Okay, so yeah, like I said, to the east is this big, heavy, metal-enforced wooden door, and to the south is just a normal door like all the doors you guys have been seeing.
I want to know what's behind the heavy door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a lock on it? For
Yeah. So, Glick, you go up to it, you try the door, and realize it's locked. And I think just out of habit, you go for your thieves' tools, right? But then you think, hey, I found this iron key in the one room. And so then you pull out the iron key and try it, and it opens. So in that room, it is a armory. There are racks of weapons lining the walls of this chamber, including spears, swords, crossbows, and bolts. And then there's a dozen dirty red cloaks hanging from hooks by the door.
I believe you just found Grimjaw's happy place.
like, you know how much we could get for all of this stuff?
Exactly.
Yeah. So inside of there is a weapon rack that holds 12 spears, 6 short swords, 4 long swords, 6 light crossbows, and 8 quivers, each holding 20 crossbow bolts. So, I mean, pretty much, if you guys want to really raid this place, it's going to be like going and getting your wagon and bringing it up here, or it's going to require a lot of back and forth trips, you know? It's not, there's too much for you guys to carry it all at once.
Yeah, I say 2 of us bust off and get the wagon, and well, the other guys haul it to the entrance and wait for the wagon.
Yeah, so me and Grim, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do the haul and you guys do the running.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if I were you guys, I'd wait until you finally finish fully exploring this dungeon.
Yeah, finish everything. Like
Yeah,
the dungeon,
finish first.
Yeah, the dimension, everything.
Okay. So there is a door to the south as well. I'll go ahead and open that up. Maybe. Because it always has to give me crap when I'm trying to grab these dynamic lighting things and move them. Okay. So, you guys go to the south, and this room is dank and dark. Like all the other rooms, there's been, you know, torchlight and enough light for you guys to be able to see at least. But this room is dark and kind of creepy because there's 3 closed coffins in this room. All of them have a like a ceremonial sword carved in the top, and I guess they're not coffins; they're more like sarcophagus, right? They're these big stone sarcophagi. And like I said, each one of them has this big ceremonial sword carved into them. And and propped up against each sarcophagus is a human skeleton clad in bits of rusty mail. False columns along the walls are carved in the image of spreading oak trees. And the double doors in the southeast corner are sheathed in tarnished copper plate. So, and then, once you guys enter the room and you're kind of looking around, the 3 skeletons that they're just kind of like, they're not in the sarcophagi, right? Which is weird. But they come to life. So once you guys enter the room,
Oh no.
these 3 skeletons stand up and well, actually, I don't think they make a noise, right? They're skeletons. They don't have a voice box.
Maybe a chittering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clink, clink.
So let me clear out the turn order here. And have you guys roll initiative. Now make sure you have your tokens selected when you roll initiative, please.
Hoping it's like it's in select.
Okay, that's fine. I can add it.
I just don't want to have.
Yeah, roll 20 is kind of acting up for me too. It's
Yeah.
going really slowly. Okay, Grimjaw, click Javin, and then add Asriel's. Roll 12. All right, so Grim, you react first.
All right. I'm going to use my halberd to try and bust one of those apart.
All right.
Not a great start.
Oh, nope. All right, so yeah, these skeletons,
Terrible.
they all of a sudden just, stand up. Like I said, they're wearing this, like, rust armor, and they're wielding these, old tarnished swords, and as soon as it stands up, you kind of just, instantly react and swing at it, and it hits the armor, and just kind of bounces off without actually doing any damage to the skeleton. And then Javin kind of does the same thing, right? The moment the skeleton starts moving, he just lashes out with his quarterstaff, two-handed style.
Nice.
Two-handed, yeah. And then he gets to unarmed strike as well. Damn. Yeah, so you guys kind of hear, Rear! And then, whap! And then he kicks, boom! And the skeleton, so he hit it once and it kind of hops down, and then he kicks it right in the chest and it hits back against the wall and just kind of shatters and falls apart, falls to the ground. One of the skeletons being no more. So that brings it to your turn, Azriel.
Okay, so this time I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And these are the reckless. Apparently, we all got scared, right?
Yeah. All right, go ahead. So reckless gives you advantage on your first attack. Well, which you only get one attack right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, the 19 hits for 15 damage. So yeah, describe to me how you insta kill the skeleton the moment that it stands up.
And the moment it stands up, it's like whack-a-mole. Go back down.
All right, yeah. So this skeleton starts standing up, and you hear jabbing, rear, and Grimjaw takes a swing, and you hear this clank, and then you just overhead axe swing, right? You lift it all the way up over your head, wham, and you just hit the top of this thing's head, and it just crumbles into dust going down, right? So you, like wham, wham, and it just it falls apart.
Oh, poor Glick's at like dust level.
Yeah, Glick, you get a mouthful of dead guy dust.
Yeah.
I could
Basically.
taste it.
I can taste it. Oh my god. He was a Capricorn, I can see.
Alright, so the one skeleton that survived the first round of combat takes a swing at Grim. Does a 14 hit your AC, Grim?
No.
Alright, so yeah,
I think I'm a 16.
it swings, and you know, the same as you, it just bounces off your armor, no lasting damage. And Glick, that's going to take it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack him with my short sword.
Okay. Okay. A 10 does not hit. So, I think you're still, you know, blinking and coughing and...
I had dust in my eyes.
Yeah. So back to the top of the order.
Swinging.
Grim, that's going to bring it to you.
Why do I taste burnt popcorn? Oh. Well, that was slow to come up.
There we go. A dirty 20.
Nice.
And 12 damage just kills it, right? So, after a swing and a miss from you, a swing and a miss from the skeleton, a swing and a miss from Glick, I guess describe to me
Glick.
how...
I turn into powder and poor Glick gets covered again.
Yeah,
you do it again.
Oh my god. That one was a burgle.
So yeah, Glick is just covered in this like yellowish dust, you know, mold spore kind of, and you know, just nastiness. And the rest of you too.
Glick's
but
over here, really?
yeah,
Really? Yeah.
yep. All of you guys, it's like the waist down, right? But poor little Glick.
It's the whole body.
Oh man.
I'm gonna move over here. He just covered me in dust. Oh God, you did it too. What the damn it?
Guys, next time we fight skeletons, give me a minute. Get out of the way.
Let me get to a high point. A higher ground.
All right, so now that all of them are down, you guys, you kind of search the room, right? And the stone lid of each sarcophagus, like I said, is carved to depict the person entombed within, but they're all holding these ceremonial swords. There are 2 human males and 1 human female, all of like noble bearing. So in searching the skeletons, you guys find 3 platinum signet rings. They all have, and you guys seen this throughout this catacombs, but they have the family crest of the Tressendar, which is where you guys are at, is the Tressendar Manor. But each one of them is kind of like personalized and stylized to that specific person. But you guys find 3 platinum rings that are each worth 50 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be rich after this.
Yeah.
No, those
I
are just like carved into the sarcophagi. They're not actual swords, right? It's a depiction of a ceremonial sword.
just want to make sure.
Right, so you guys are almost done. There's these double doors to the east, but I would like to stop and have a smoke quick.
Okay.
If you guys
I'm
don't
gonna see
mind.
my dog.
So yeah, we'll
That's okay.
take a quick 10-minute break here, and I will see you guys in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Oh.
In that 10 minutes, Glick will go take a shower. I just get a picture of him later on, like a day later, going, "Oh, how's it still in my hair?"
No, I even. They're gonna be like, it's not gonna be in his hair. It's gonna be like, I still have it on me. He's on like a green color skin. He's like gray or white now.
Yeah. Instead of just being able to disappear like a ghost, he now looks like a little ghost.
Yeah. Like this forever scrubbing. Like it's not coming off.
Oh, that would be so nasty.
Try this one. Let me just try moving myself. And nope.
Yeah, when Nick sent me a message, he said, hang on, let me check.
I got answers for you.
Yeah, he was still an hour out from his house,
Oh wow.
at 12:50. So, actually, he might be near his house now. So,
Maybe. Scrambling to go to his computer and whatnot.
yeah.
Tripping over Legos and stepping on them.
I don't wish that on anybody. Thank goodness my daughter did not like Legos.
Honestly, I think I would take a Lego over a D4.
Yeah, I've never stepped on one of those either. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't think you on that one.
I one time stepped on one of my dog's rawhide pieces she was chewing on, and oh my god, that hurt.
Oh, I'd like that every day. Either it's gonna be rawhide from one of her toys, or it's gonna be plastic from a toy or from something else she chewed up.
I actually had to quit doing rawhides because they said the dogs can choke on them or something, and two of my dogs are so damn big, I'm scared they'll swallow one of those rawhide bones.
Wow.
So I
I
quit.
guess you, I guess you gotta get something comparable to their size.
Yeah, I have these giant cow bones. You can buy them over at like Petco and like PetSmart and all those places. But they're basically just a big old femur bone off of a cow,
Oh wow.
and that's
Hey,
what I give two of them.
I still need to get that for mine.
Yeah, they seem to like it. They're really heavy though, so if you don't have a big dog, be careful.
Uh, she's, I don't know.
I
Wish
don't
it
know.
was a
I've
mini
got
pit.
because
So
my
it'd be fun.
my Australian Shepherd, she can't eat those. She tries and she ends up trying to pick them up and drag them, and it's I feel bad. So I give her smaller ones, but my dog Ghost and Hercules, they both get the big ones. But Ghost is now what I think 118-pound Great Pyrenees, and Hercules is a 200-pound Newfoundland. So,
I think mine. I think the last time we weighed her, she was still about like 50 pounds.
oh yeah, if you get those medium bones, that's about the size of my Australian Shepherd. My Australian Shepherd's about 55 pounds, I think, and she does really good with those. So when you go to the store, they have these little like knob bones that you can get. They're still big. Don't get me wrong. They're like size of a
Yeah.
normal person's like fist and a little bit of arm, and she loves those. But my
Okay.
other dogs get bones that are the size of my whole arm. So yeah,
Well, either way, I think she'll enjoy it because she's a chewer.
yeah,
Like you don't believe how much of a chewer this one is.
yeah.
We she's already destroyed like six of her toys that we've given her.
I
She
didn't really
destroyed them.
have. My dogs weren't really chewers. So I mean, don't get me wrong. They like those bones and they like chewing on them, but I unfortunately ended up with one digger, one one dog that likes to nip and herd you, and Hercules is the most laid back dog. If I didn't know better, I would think he smokes pot every day because he's a sweet dog. Don't get me wrong, man. My Newfoundland is probably the most loving dog you'd ever see. But it's like whatever it is, he takes it in stride. So
Yeah, ours. She's just playful at times or something. We bought her stuff. Any stuffed animal we give her, they've been dead. The fastest right now has been dead within a day. Like all
wow,
the
yeah.
stuff is already coming out in a day. The
I had a
secret.
dog. I had a dog that was a bad chewer like that. She'd end up, and I used to get worried because I didn't want her eating the fluff out of the toys.
Oh yeah.
So as soon as I saw the like toy get ripped in half, I was like, "Oh crap!" And then I'd have to run around picking up fluff everywhere, and she thought it was a game. She's like,
Yeah.
"Yay!"
Yeah, she's like that too. Especially with her pillow now. We gotta get her a new pillow. We destroyed the
Uh,
last one.
there's this really good pillow maker. We used to get them. I had a German Shepherd named Kia. She was a half German Shepherd, half Akita, and she was a chewer. And they make these beds. They're like have rope around the outside of the bed, and they're made out of like canvas. They're really
Uh,
hard to chew through. Those are awesome for dogs that chew. She used to sit there and chew on the corner of her bed where the rope was, and that bed still lasted 2 years.
wow, sounds like I need to look for one.
Yeah, I don't. I wish I remembered what they're called, but God, I haven't had Kia for wow over I'd say 15 years.
Yeah, 'cause I think we have a canvas bed for her, but she didn't sleep on it. She just tried to rip it apart.
Oh,
Eventually,
yeah,
she got the stuffing out of it too. So
yeah.
it's just a skin,
Yep.
like the rest of her animals. They're all just skins.
Yeah.
Fox is dead, bird is dead, lamb is dead, bunny is dead. Like it never fails. They'll all just die, and she's just putting out the stuff.
Yeah.
Like being Maz9 to just dissecting everything.
I had a buddy that didn't have to deal with chewing. His dog was like the ultimate drool machine. And I mean, don't get me wrong, my dogs drool. But this dog, man, I swear, had constant white rivers coming out of her mouth. And what he ended up doing is he went to a Goodwill and bought couch cushions.
Wow.
And then and they were like these big, they were like for one of those pillow top couches. Well, you know where the couch has those big pillows, like oversized pillows where you sit. And
Yeah.
he was like, "You guys are throwing that couch out," and they're like, "Yeah, it's too broken." And he's like, "Can I buy the 2 cushions off it?" And they were like, "Sure." So they sold them to him. I think they were like $2 each. And he brought them home, and that's what that dog slept on because, oh my God, the drool. It was Saint
Yeah.
Bernard bred with a Mastiff,
Oh. Oh.
and
Oh.
God, the drool.
Oh yeah. That guy
She'd
feels
come up
bad,
and
but
she'd be like, "How you doing?" And you'd be like, "Oh God, my leg's wet."
yeah, I'll be back and say I think my dog needs to get out.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
All right, I'm back.
Can you hear me, Abstract?
Yes.
Okay, weird. Like I was talking to, oh my God, I can't remember names. And all of a sudden he just went quiet, and
Okay.
then I couldn't get anybody.
Oh. Hmm.
Okay. All good?
Yep.
Yeah, I was just talking to Azrael, and then like he disappeared, so I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, he went all click.
He glitched.
Mhm.
Too glitched.
I thought it was you. I was talking to you, and everything all of a sudden went quiet.
Oh, sorry. I said I was gonna take my dog out.
Oh,
All right. Uh, Okay, so after you guys dispose of these skeletons and Glick finally coughs the last bit of them out of his lungs. uh, like I said, to the east are these large double doors bearing the family crest of the Tressendar family. I will move that door out of the way. All right, and now you guys go ahead.
I just said me and Azrael were joking that he was always able to apparently be a ghost and disappear. Now he just looks like one.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not gonna be able to take it off in about a week.
Oh, shoot. Okay. There's actually another door to the east, too, that I just realized is there. So let me move that out of the way. Maybe. There we go. Both of these doors were locked, but this iron key that Glick found, it seems to work for everything. Every door in this area can be
The
opened.
mansion
with iron
skeleton key.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as soon as you guys open the door to the east, the smaller door, not the big double doors, you hear like some whimpering and heavy breathing. And as you guys enter the room, there are two like cages, right? Cells, jail cells, kind of. And there are three women cowered. There's one small candle in this room that's burning.
Mhm.
Here, let me read the little box text for this room. So this long room is partitioned into three areas, bars walling off the north and south. Filthy straw lines the floor of those cells, the hinged doors of which are secured by chains and padlocks. A pair of disheveled women are held in a cell to the south, while a human boy is confined to the north. All are dressed in plain gray tunics and have iron collars fitted around their necks, and a heap of discarded clothing is piled carelessly against the wall.
Well, I say we talk to him while we get him out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they kind of look up and they see you, and they're like, looking at you questioningly. And when you guys kind of approach the bars, they're like, "You're not one of them?"
No Red
No.
Hood.
No, I'm not a ghost.
You mean the guy we killed?
Clicks over there. Boo!
All right, so you kind of hear, "Oh, thank God! Oh my God, are you here to save us, please?" And then she like gets down on her knees. Now this is the woman to the south. She has a younger girl with her. They look like mother and daughter, and she's my husband. They took him. They were just here not even 10 minutes ago, and they went off and locked the door. I thought they were just gonna leave us. Oh my God! And she is, I mean, crying and freaking out. Um, So yeah, you guys, you're just opening the doors? And,
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
tell them that the guys out there had a little accident,
Mhm.
and yeah, we're here to save them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, she's just crying and thanking Pelor, who you guys know is the sun god, the god of righteousness. Um, and as you open the door, she's just crying and freaking out. And when you do finally get the door open, it takes you a little while. These don't open with the iron key. That's only for the actual like doors and stuff in this area. But you manage to get the locks undone. Like I said, it takes you a little while, but you get them done and open them up. And this woman here, Nilsa, she just starts hugging all you guys and thanking you profusely, and just, I mean, it looks like things have been going well for them, right? Um,
Mhm.
so, oh, okay, wait, no, it's Myrna. Okay, so it's the woman to the north is actually the mom, and the two in the east are her teenage children. But all three of them seem to show female pictures, but one of them's supposed to be a boy, so it's throwing me off here. So she goes to explain that her husband uh, was ruthlessly beaten recently, within the last few days, for defying the Red Brands and trying to escape. And from her description, you guys realized that the dead body that the Nothic was hiding under the bridge, uh, that was her husband. So you
Yeah.
probably don't want to let them go into that area.
Yeah. How about the boy? I
What?
don't know which one the boy is, but
Yeah.
On the north.
No, the North is supposed to be Myrna, the mom, I guess. Yeah, I
Oh,
should have
okay.
read this before I started describing it to you guys.
Yeah, don't worry.
But I don't know. One of the two at the bottom is a teenage boy, um, and the other one's a younger girl. She's maybe
Mhm.
12 or 13. Um, so she starts thanking you, and she says, "Look, I don't have anything to repay you, but I can tell you, our family used to live in the town of Thunder Tree, which is near here, and we flee when undead overran the place. My family had an
Mm.
herb and alchemy shop, and somewhere in that house there's a case containing an emerald necklace. It's hidden beneath a section of storage shelves. I've never been brave enough to try to go back there and get it, but if you find it, it's yours." Just fully thanking you guys, and she's almost in hysterics. She's been trapped um, in these cages for a week, and she watched her husband pretty much get brutally murdered in front of her and the children. Um,
Yeah.
we'll tell
but
her it's okay. It's okay. Pet the kitty.
Yeah. They are support monk.
so yeah, she explains to you that
Emotion.
they were traveling on the road that leads to uh, Philandrin, which is where you guys are, and were kidnapped by these ruffians, and that going to sell them into slavery, but the slavers hadn't showed up yet. So yeah, this is something in Dungeons and Dragons that they always go back to, is that there's this slave trade, right? And it's illegal in most areas,
Mhm.
but shit, human trafficking still happens now, right?
Yes.
And it's,
Yeah.
it's a fucked up ass situation, and you guys don't even want to think about what this poor woman has been through at the hands of these douchebags that you guys have mostly brutally murdered. There was one that escaped out the front door, and she said that there was a guard in until just about 10 minutes ago. So you guys are assuming maybe he went out to check on something and heard you guys, and he might have escaped as well.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I think the town should be able to handle 2 of these idiots.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, there's this, like, pile of clothing here, and, you guys kind of rummage through it quickly, and you realize that there's, I don't know, dozens of outfits. It looks like they essentially just, like, cut them off of people and then left them laying there, and then they fit them with these, collars on their neck that are chained to the wall, and they give them these, like, formless, gray, nasty robes to wear. So there's definitely been other people who weren't so lucky to have heroes come and save them, like yourselves.
Let's leave somebody here with them and check the other room.
Okay, yeah. You guys open the...
The guy did say there's a pitfall somewhere, so.
Yes. You guys open the double doors, and it's the hallway that you guys could see from the main entranceway. And looking closely, yes, you realize that there is a pit trap, but it's real easy. You can walk next to the wall on either side and be able to cross the pit without, difficulty. And that was the last area to explore. So, you guys, after making sure that you can get across this trap and everything, you lead these captives back outside, and like you can come back and get stuff later, but
yeah,
that end of the Red Brand hideout. So you
nice.
Escort woman and her 2 children back to town. And, it's not too long of a walk, but it is a little bit. And, Myrna eventually calms down some, and they all blink against the sunlight. It's now late afternoon. You guys kind of started this whole thing early, but it took you quite a while to, explore everything and search all the rooms.
Yeah.
And on your guys' way back, the kids stay really quiet the whole time. They're probably in shock. But the woman calms down some. And when you guys get to town, just outside of the Sleeping Giant, you guys come across Cornaith, Vost, and Sildar. And they are standing over the bodies of 5 Red Brand ruffians. And Cornaith looks pretty hurt. He's got a big gash side. And when he sees you guys, he's like, "Oh, thank the light." And Voss kind of laughs and is like, "The boy would not go get help until he saw you guys back." and Cordace is holding a long sword, right? Isn't that what you guys ended up giving him? Um, and he's wearing the armor that you guys provided. And he's kind of limping, and like I said, he's got his hand on his side, with some kind of like bloody rag clutched against this wound. And so I guess let me ask you this: did you guys then chop off the Arno's head and bring it with you, or are you
Oh
just
yeah.
Of course.
okay? Yeah. So I think Sildar, at first he sees the woman and her two kids, and he goes running up to them, and he's like, "Oh my goodness!" And but he kind of takes in your guys' appearance, and you know, Glick, you're still kind of covered in dead guy dust, and
I'm still covered in blood.
yeah, and all the rest of you, yeah, blood, and you know, Javin's fur's all like matted and nasty, and you know, he could tell you guys have been through a lot, and but then he sees, I'm assuming Azrael, you have the head, right? That's kind of been your thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I
guessing
can
we
feel
probably
blood
put
behind
it.
me.
I'm guessing we probably put it in a bag or something though, considering we had the women and
Oh
the
yeah,
kids.
Okay,
Oh
I
yeah.
think so.
okay. So
They'd been through enough at that point.
yeah. So I think Eldar, he grabs the woman and children, and he's let's take them to the inn. And Voss is he kind of grabs Cornelius and goes to help him, and Cornelius says, no, I'm fine. And he's kind of using the sword as like a crutch, right? And he's limping along with you guys, and Voss kind of shakes his head and laughs, and he's like, this guy, he's gonna end up getting himself in trouble. And Sildar kind of turns around, and he's like, yeah, he, you know, instead of coming and waiting with us again to plan, he sees these red brands coming down the street and goes running off on his own. And Cordace kind of turns red from embarrassment. And he's like thinking he could take on 5 guys on his own and barely survived. And Cordace's like, it's not my fault. Men couldn't keep up with me. And, you know, they're kind of back and forth. And you can tell that Cordace is trying to put on a good show, but he's definitely in pain. I mean, he looks like he's within an inch of freaking dying if they hadn't stopped the bleeding.
I guess I'll go ahead and pick up Cornelius and sit him on my shoulder.
Okay, he's trying to resist, so make a athletics check to see if you can grab him without him getting away.
Give it a shot.
All right, so you guys
Being hurt,
tied. Yeah, you're right. He'll get disadvantage. Let me roll one more time. If he see if he rolls lower. Okay, yeah. So it's a struggle, right? He's stronger than he looks. Uh, he's a half elf, and he's tall for a half elf. And he's skinny, and lanky, but he's obviously hiding some muscle, right? Like he's not Bruce Lee, right? But he's kind of got that build where he's skinny but definitely strong. You know, he's been living a hard life. He ain't no pansy. But you just overpower him. He's injured. He can't fight back to his fullest. And you eventually get him up in the fireman's carry, right? And after you know, kind of overpower him, he just kind of gives in. He's like, I said I could do it on my own. And he's kind of mopey, But after a minute, Voss is like, "Oh, don't feel so bad needing help, son." He's like, "You took out 2 of them before Sildar and me even got there and lived against 5. You did a hell of a job." And you can tell he kind of comes out of it. And he's like, "I did, didn't I? They'll think twice before coming back." And then he kind of looks around and he's like, "Well, if any of them lived," and he kind of looks over you guys and he's like, "And I don't think that they." uh, so, and Javin kind of starts telling the boy, different things that happened while you guys were in there, and he's playing, right? He's really focusing on the cool stuff, and then he starts talking about the Nothic, and Cornace is like, "And you guys just left it there?" And Javin's kind of like, "Sometimes you join forces with the monster so that you can live." And the boy's all wide-eyed and freaking out. And you guys get in and come in, and it seems like the whole town is at the inn. Everybody's there. Azrael, the woman that you've been seeing at night that owns the Lion Shield Cluster, is there. The gentleman you guys talked to that had to deal with Gundren, that owned the other store, is there.
Mhm.
The sister's there. I mean, literally everybody you guys have met. Schmitty, the smithy, is there. He's actually wearing some of his own armor and has a maul that he's holding, a big 2-handed hammer. And, and when you guys walk in, everybody, there's kind of a gasp at looking at all you guys, because you look like you've been through hell, right? And then there's just this huge, yeah, and everybody starts cheering and thumping glasses on tables, and it's just this huge celebration. And you guys see the town master is there, and he's kind of got this surly look on his face, but he seems happy enough that you guys took care of his problem. Without him having to worry about getting ransacked. You guys start thinking about it with the number of people that you killed, including these 5 that Sildar, Voss, and Cornace killed. That was a lot of people, If they wanted to go take retribution on this town, Voss, Sildar, and Cornace probably wouldn't have been able to hold them off. So, you guys really are, returning heroes at this point. The inn owner's wife comes up and grabs Myrna, her kids, and, starts fighting over them and mothering them, and she takes them up to a room, and the innkeeper is like, "House," and just starts, handing out drinks, and he, like, forces mugs into your guys' hands, and just, crazy moment of revelry and celebration. And things kind of quiet down for a minute, and the innkeeper kind of gets all you guys together, and he's like, "Look, I've set up bats in your guys' rooms. They have these, like, portable tubs where it's really like a big laundry wash tub, right, rather than a full, soak yourself kind of tub." But he's like, I already had my boy bring you up hot water and towels. He's like, "Why don't you guys go freshen up?" And
Lick would love that.
Yeah, I would love that. I got dust everywhere.
Just gonna stay in there and soap.
During the revelry and craziness before this starts, Sir goes up to Cornaith, and she puts her hands on him, and she casts a spell, and he starts looking a lot paler. He's still kind of pale and still hurts, but he's not openly bleeding anymore. And he kind of looks at you guys, and she's like, "I'd help, but I'm kind of tapped out now." But she pulls out like a medicine, and she checks over you guys. And I don't think any of you are seriously injured, right? Because you took a
No.
potion.
Not no more.
I never got touched.
Yeah, nobody else.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
that was the only one.
Yeah, you guys went through this whole
What's that
dungeon,
only
and
one?
Abigail's the only one who took a morning star to the face. Everybody else is okay.
Yeah, all because I didn't rage.
Yeah.
I think that was the only reason, because I choose not to rage, and that's what happened.
Yep. Yep. So
I
yeah.
just got a picture of that old movie. He ain't so pretty no more.
So after you guys go and freshen up, does everybody go back down to the common room then, or does anybody choose to just kind of stay up in your room?
I'd say we'd go
I
for
go
a
back
long rest.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's a big like feast and party going on in your guys' honor. So and like I
then
said,
we can
literally
understand.
yeah. Literally the whole town showed up. But it is up to you guys. If anybody chooses like if any of your characters want to be like introvert or not a full person, it's up to you guys. That's what I'm asking. But does everybody go back downstairs then?
Go down, party.
Just out of my mouth. Have some whiskey.
I'll stay in my room.
You do stay in your room, Grim?
Yeah, Grimjaw's not really a people person.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I think Javin would go back down there. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, the three of
Gotta
you
take care, lady.
are kind of toasted heroes, right? And I mean, just all night, all evening and into the night, there's just singing and dancing, and they clear out, like, once everybody's eaten, they kind of clear out all the tables in the big common room, and human that you guys noticed the other day, blonde hair, and you guys kind of figured out that he was a bard. He whips out a fiddle and just starts, playing, and there's, drunken dancing and revelry, and at one point the hall master comes up to you guys, the town master, and he's like, "They're all dead?"
Yeah, most of
You
them.
want to go check for yourself?
He says, no, that's the very idea. And like I said, this guy's a fat, pompous, just jackhole, pretty much. But after hearing that from you guys, he loosens up. And at one point, you guys realize that Thornak, your guys' good friend, he's there as well. But they have him in, like, manacles, but they're wide enough that he can, move his arms and stuff. It's not like handcuffs where there's only a limited chain. There's like a longer chain. And Eldar is keeping a close eye on him. But he comes up to you guys at one point with a mug in his hand, and he's like, "You guys, I gotta say, it's just it's one thing after another with you guys, let me tell you." And you guys can tell that he's been, drinking pretty heavily. And he's like, "Who'd have thunk it? You guys, I tried to ambush you, and then look what happens, huh?" And he, like, kind of gestured. And he's like, "I think they might even let me go if I say that I'll stay around and help protect the city, It's just, I've really turned over a new leaf. You guys, you guys are my good friends." And he kind of, like, tries to hug you guys, but the manacles kind of get in the way, and he's like, "Oh, you guys enjoy," and he kind of holds up a mug and chugs it down and goes back to the bar, and Azrael, you're getting smoky looks from Miss Thang that you've already spent a night with, and Javin is trying to get away from Ezra. I think she's just all over him, and so. Is there anything specific that you guys do? Like, do you guys regale them with stories of how it went down, or are you guys just kind of quiet about it, or how do you guys respond to this craziness?
I challenge. I challenge a speaking contest.
I'm sorry, you kind of cut out. You challenge who to a drinking contest?
A vast.
Boss. Okay.
That's all the boss.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Give me a. Man, what kind of check would that be?
That's got to be Constitution.
Yeah. Constitution saving throw. It's a good call. Give me a Constitution saving throw. He's gonna a +2.
Whoa.
Oh.
That man can drink.
Yeah.
No shit.
All right, so I think what it is he's better than you, right? He's maybe done these a few times more than you have. So
He's older and not as hurt apparently.
yeah.
Apparently he's me. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
So I guess describe to me how you lose this drinking contest. Do you pass out? Do you puke? Do you or do you just give up, realizing that you seem way drunker than him?
Timber.
Yeah, I kind of just fall over. I don't pass out. I just fall over. I can't keep my balance.
Okay.
And just like, guess I'm done.
Okay. So I guess, all right, when you challenge him to a drinking contest, he says, all right, but it's going to be my mob rule. And so the way this contest goes is you have to chug down a whole cup of ale, right? And then you have to bounce on one foot. The other guy drinks his whole cup, all right? And it goes back and forth like that, right? So he keeps his balance the whole time, and you, after I don't know, you roll pretty high too, so it goes on for a while, right? Like it's a good contest, and everybody's laughing and clapping and playing bets, and but after I don't know a dozen rounds, maybe more, you kind of lose track, and you just can't do it anymore, right? The ale sloshing around in your stomach, and you've been swinging a big heavy axe all day. It's just too much for you, and eventually you fall. And he kind of helps you up, and he claps you on the back, and he says, "We'll do this again sometime." And just to show off, the glass that's in his hand, he chugs it down quick, and then he kind of smacks you again, and he's like, "You're all right." He kind of, and everybody cheers, and you get a bunch of claps on the back in commiseration that you lost, and but everybody's joking and having a good time, and and all right. So anybody else? Is there anything specific, Glick, that you want to do?
Oh, I teach Cornate a little sleight of hand. No, help him. Some tricks.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a little happy, a little whiskey in my blood, so I thought, come here, I'm gonna teach you something, a few things that'll help you.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check with advantage, because it's something you're used to doing, right? So I guess
And
what are you
everyone's always
doing,
drinking.
sleight of hand? Are you like doing like coin tricks, or are you hiding a dagger, or are you like what exactly are you doing? With
Yeah,
sleight
like
of hand.
hiding a dagger,
Okay.
a few coins for you, hiding a dagger, maybe showing how to pick some locks.
Okay.
Appearing in plain view.
Yeah.
Taking
Yeah.
somebody's coin first and giving it back to them.
All right. Yeah. So double 15. So let me. Cornet's roll a.
Did you roll 1 or 2 dice?
It rolls twice. It automatically rolls twice. So, but yeah, both got
Yeah, but
the same number.
it rolled the same thing, so.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to roll a dexterity check. He has 1 in dexterity. And I'm going to give him advantage because you're helping him, right? And let's see how he does.
Nice.
Okay, so he got a 14 with advantage plus 1 is a 15. So he ended up getting the same thing that you did, right? So you're actually,
Yeah.
I think you're like pleasantly surprised with how quickly he kind of catches on, right?
Mhm.
Like he
Yeah.
seems like
Might have stolen a purse before.
yeah, yeah. He seems like a really smart kid, and his hands are pretty fast, right? Like definitely got the makings of a good rogue, if that's what he decides
Mhm.
to become. Um, and I kind of decided that his level and right, and he's
Mhm.
gonna kind of go from there on how the rest of this goes. So he might actually multi-class into rogue now, with you helping him out like that.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
yeah, yeah, like I said, he's a very apt pupil, right? He catches on quick, and I think at some point you realize that your purse is missing, right? And like,
Yeah.
as a rogue, you notice it pretty quick, right? Because nobody's more worried about thieves
Mhm.
than a thief, right? So as soon
Yeah.
as you notice, you see him holding it like right next to his face and just this huge smile. And he hands it back to you, and I think you kind of look in and count it, right? And he kind of like
Yeah.
turns red and like and like hands you a couple gold. Like, he had taken out of it. He's like, I was gonna. I was gonna see
Oh,
if you noticed, right?
mhm.
And
Yeah.
he's young, but I think people have been handing him like watered down wine, right? So he's drinking, but he's
Mhm.
not getting ale. So as things progress, he's getting a little more and more tipsy, and things just kind of they eventually slow down, right? Like these are a
Mhm.
bunch of
Yeah.
average working day kind of people. So as the night goes on, more and more people kind of disappear, and things wind down. And I think the bard, after playing the fiddle for a while, he puts his fiddle away and he comes up to you guys and he starts asking you guys stories about your adventures because he wants to make like a ballad to sing in your guys' honor. Um, so are you guys forthcoming with information with him, or do you try to be the mysterious silent type?
Something about the bugbear. The owlbear.
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the Albert. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I think he pulls out this little book or a journal, and he's kind of like scribbling in it, and he's like, yeah, yeah, and he's getting excited, and he's like, I think there'd be some coin to make in the town just talking about you guys. Everybody wants to know the great adventurers. Um, so okay, yeah. So you guys spend a little while talking to him, and then I think he finally, yeah, I have enough now, and he kind of disappears. And Azrael, do you go home with Miss Thang? I can't remember her name right now.
It's
Uh,
Lin. It's
Lynn?
no.
Lenine.
Yeah,
Lenin. Yes.
there you go.
Lenin. Nice.
Oh, yeah. I'll go home with it.
Okay.
She's probably going to need help making it back to there, so.
Yeah.
We're both
Yeah.
gonna need help making it back.
Yep. Okay. And Javin, I think he eventually kind of gets tired of being around all these people, and he said, Glick,
Yeah, me too.
how late do you stay up? Like, do you wait till pretty much everybody's gone before you hit the bed, or?
No, no, I don't.
Okay.
I will go up a little bit after Javan.
Okay. Okay. So it's not super late, but it's getting on in the night. You guys go up to your
Mm-hmm.
individual rooms, and everybody gets your next level. So you guys are all level 3 now. So what classes everybody pick? Grim, what did you?
Eldritch.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So yeah, I think what happened with you is you found Arno's like personal journal, right? And describing, how he learned music, and you kind of realize that you have a knack for it. You can understand some of it. So yeah, now you have the ability to cast spells. What cantrips did you pick?
Hang on. I got to find them. I wrote everything down, but of course I don't put it anywhere near where I am.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's fine. Glick, what
Were we supposed to do that already?
Well, I had talked to you guys about how once this was done, you guys would be level 3. So if you haven't picked,
Okay.
um,
Well, yeah. Well, I knew what I was gonna do. I just haven't set it up on the.
yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You can do that anytime. You level to 2. You just go to that character mantra, and you can level up to 3, and it'll walk you through subclass and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So Glick, what were you thinking?
Scout.
Okay. All right. I'm not as familiar with that one. I'll have to look that up.
Okay, I'm back. I got it.
All right. Yeah. What you get?
For cantrips, I chose Firebolt and Poison Spray.
Okay. Okay. And what first level spells
And then
did you get?
Absorb Element, Chromatic Orb, and Ice Knife.
Okay. Yeah. I throw in a grenade essentially. Like it hits and explodes.
And same thing for chromatic orb.
Mm-hmm. You can pick what kind of
I
damage
just
it
figured
is.
acid, fire, ice.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Okay.
shoot
Yeah,
a little
chromatic
at
orb does
everything.
everything, isn't?
Yeah. Now I
Yeah,
think chromatic orb. You need to have a specific material component for that. Oh, so let me ask you: are you going to use an arcane focus, or are you going to go buy a component pouch?
I believe I'm going to use Arcane Focus. Is
Okay.
what I think I was going for.
Okay. So yeah, arcane focus is something like very personalized. So we can discuss that, another time. But just start thinking about what you would want to have. It could be almost anything. It could be a wand, idol, an amulet, a holy symbol.
I was choosing the necklace. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. What?
I was gonna use the necklace given to me by my love.
Ah, okay, yeah, I like that. I guess is your lady friend, is she into the arcane? Does she know magic?
Yeah, I believe she was. I'm trying to remember now. Um, she was good at fighting, but she's actually more of a. I guess it'd be more of a druid fighter.
Okay, okay, cool. All right, Azrael, what subclass were you thinking?
The zealot.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that's a cool one. One of my other campaigns, I played with a zealot barbarian. All right, so yeah, you guys have your long
Are
rests.
they
Go ahead, what? Azrael, were you saying something? You cut out.
Yeah, I'm having problems right now.
Oh, okay.
And there we go. Just crashed on me.
Oh,
Yeah, roll 20 just crashed on me.
shit, that's all right. Guess try to get back on there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay. Um. So yeah, you guys take your long rest, and you guys all have new abilities upon waking. Um. Grim, trying your hand at the arcane now, and like I said, I'm gonna have to look at Scout Glick. I don't even know what exactly they get.
I don't think they have magic. I think skills, more skills to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get Skirmisher and Survivalist at level 3. So Skirmisher, you're difficult to pin down in a fight. Move up to half your speed as a reaction